We've heard an awful lot, a lot of ways in which we can start putting the customer first. And many of you may be feeling a little overwhelmed at the sheer amount of things that we ought to be doing. And that's why it's important to remind ourselves that we don't actually have to do this alone. Partnering rather with agencies and other providers to help us on that customer first journey is an eminently sensible and feasible option. And to talk a little bit more about what that might look like from both sides of the relationship, I'm delighted to welcome for our final session Angela Puddle from Pets at Home and Stefan Summerfield from the German agency eProfessional, who can give us their perspectives, having been through a partnership journey themselves. So hello both, first of all. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Good morning.
Hi Ruben, great to be here.
Yes, thank you very much. Hello both. Well, look, we will be talking to both of you as we go through, but Stefan, if I may be a little bit cheeky and just start with Angela for now, because I'd like to ask, first of all, before we dive into the questions, I'd like, Angela, if you wouldn't mind giving us a little bit more information on yourself and of course on Pets at Home as well. Over to you, Angela, to give a little intro.
Yeah, of course, Ruben, thank you. Hello everybody. I hope you're having a great morning. I'm Angela Puddle. I'm the Digital Optimization and Insights Manager at Pets at Home. And I've worked for the business for 25 years this January, so know quite a lot about the industry. For anybody that doesn't know, Pets at Home is a British pet retailer. We sell everything pet related, food and accessories, but we also offer end-to-end pet care services such as grooming and vets. In the optimization function, we focus on A/B testing, search and navigation, product recommendations, and all of that is underpinned with customer insights to help support our decision making.
Thank you ever so much, Angela. So look, we've been talking throughout the day about what we do to put the customers at the heart of the business. So can I ask you what kind of things you guys do in order to put, I suppose, not just the customers at the heart of the business, but your customers and their pets at the heart of your business?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have one of our values is pets come first. So, but absolutely, the customers are also a key part of our journey. And actually, in the digital space, we're currently undergoing a complete digital transformation. What we're trying to do is bring our brands together in a more cohesive experience. And the starting point of that was customer discovery. And through that, we established that there were 18 key customer journeys, everything from finding the right pet to welcoming them home, buying all the right products for them. And really, we're using that to shape our future digital experience. What we want to do is deliver a joined up solution that serves our customers' needs, but also as a business, it gives us a single view of our customers, which is key.
Oh, that makes a huge amount of sense. Thank you for that, Angela. Look, one quick question. Obviously you're part of an optimization team. So what was it that caused you to reach out and bring a partner on board to help in some of the work you do?
Yeah, well, this one, I think probably a lot of people can relate to this, but the pandemic really kick-started the transformation project for us. Overnight, the online demand was unprecedented and we had to move really quickly to keep up the pace. So in just over kind of 2 years from the start of the pandemic, we've grown as a digital team from a team of around 20 to now close to 70. And within that, optimization is still a relatively small function, but where we find ourselves now is we're trying to bridge BAU activity and test the future experience. So for a short period of time, we've got double the demand on our resource. So it's just a natural step then to engage one of our partners. Luckily, we were already working with our partner in this area, Dentsu, for digital marketing. They know our business really well, so it was really easy to onboard them and help to support the requirements for testing and around our CRO function. And also just being able to bring in fresh ideas and perspectives is really invaluable to us as well.
Yeah, that makes a huge amount of sense. So there's a resource challenge there that they solve, but also that perspective, that different view on things. Well, look, thank you for that, Angela. It feels like a good time to now move over and say hello to Stefan. So Stefan, first of all, if you want to introduce yourself a little bit and give us a little bit of background on eProfessional.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm a customer success manager at eProfessional now for almost 3 years. I'm always curious to explore the needs and problems of different clients, and eProfessional is the perfect place for this. eProfessional, now being over 20 years on the market, is one of the most experienced independent digital marketing agencies in Germany. We can deliver in-depth expertise across all Google marketing products. We combine strong media expertise with over 120 skilled data, technology, and strategic experts. And being already a GMP reseller, we were really proud to get certified last year with the mobile web certification to prove our expertise also in this area and help our clients.
Fantastic. Well, look, great to have you with us, Stefan, and you bring a lovely different perspective to this. So you just heard how, and you know, the things that caused Angela to bring a partner on board. Do you recognise those? Is that why you're brought into your clients, apart from obviously them having a budget to bring you in with?
So yes, we were also driven by the pandemic. So we saw a huge demand for expertise in organic search and especially UX optimization. And what Angela said, understanding business goals and status quo of the client is really, really important. From there, you can derive the right measures and work to those business goals. And this is really important while working with a partner.
Yeah, thank you for that, Stefan. Actually, you said something there that was quite interesting to me. We had a little chat about this beforehand, obviously. You mentioned that status quo piece, not obviously the elderly rock band. But I wonder if you could go into a little bit more detail about how that helps you in the initial stages of your partnership with a client.
Yes, absolutely. So as a first step, we start to collect all information about the client, starting with the business and marketing objectives. This helps us to dynamically adjust our measures on internal and external factors, like, for example, the changing customer behavior. When we have collected those goals, we create a KPI set that aligns with the business goals of the client. And from there, we conduct a status quo audit of the website. And this status quo audit is really, really important to build a strong hypothesis and rank them by impact and effort. This way, we can use them and actually work with the client and find also the best capacities on the client side and also on our side to reach the goal the best way.
Very interesting. Yes, so it's like the benchmark, the level set for the starting point. Also interesting, it's about not just what you can add, but also what the client adds as well. Well, that was fascinating. So, look, Angela, back to you. Do you recognise that in the relationships you have with your agencies? Is that a similar experience in the way you've worked with, let's say, Dentsu?
Yeah, absolutely. So as I say, we were quite lucky that we already had an engagement with Dentsu, so they do know our business quite well. So how we approached it with them was just a really open conversation to say, you know, at the moment, this is the resource issues that we're having. How can you help us? And what we started with was handing over to them. They carried out a heuristic evaluation, and we asked them to inform us what are the biggest opportunities you can deliver to us. Also being considerate of efficiencies as well when you're working with an external agency. But they worked on the data, they came to us with their findings, and we agreed together a roadmap that would help support the marketing acquisition right through that customer funnel through then conversion rate optimization.
Yeah, interesting. And again, coming back to that, you know, this message we're getting time and time again about this, the importance of collaboration there, and that goes for the partner work as well. So look, Angela, here's the thing. I know we've got Stefan there, technically a partner, although not yours. What do you look for in a partner? What do you look for in an agency you work with?
Yeah, I mean, for us, we're quite a unique business. You know, we've got really strong values, you know, a well-established culture. So I'd say one of the main things that we look for is people that share our values and people that we can work really well with. As I say, that, you know, they're an extension of your own team at times. So it's really important that you actually, you know, you like each other, the communication's great. And the other big thing is obviously, can they deliver what we need at that time? You know, how big is the agency? How much resource do we need? You know, have they got all the capabilities that we need? So yeah, some real key considerations, but I think being able to work well together is one of the main ones.
Yeah, I love that. That it's not just about technical expertise. It's, do we like these people? Are we going to get on? I think that's that's a nice point. So look, Stefan. Now we have a client in the room, so to speak. What is it that you guys look for in a client?
So I agree with Angela on a lot of points. So understanding the client business is really crucial, and also understanding the customer. But it's also important that the client and partner has the same mindset and expectation about what they're trying to achieve. This is like really, really important, the basis of everything. In my experience, it's also helpful to have at least one person at the client side who's well connected with the company. This person knows the company the best and can integrate the knowledge we transfer permanently. And Angela could be such a person who brings all the knowledge into the company and starts the whole process.
Yes, a lovely point, that having a connector there. And Angela, I've got to say, I'd kind of go along with Stefan there. You were saying you've been there for over 20 years, I think. So it feels like you'd be a perfect client in that respect to spread the word and to spread the love as well. So look, quickly, just to end this piece, because it's been absolutely fascinating. So thank you both so much for your time. We've heard a lot of detail. We've heard a lot of examples throughout today of what putting the customer at the heart of the business actually looks like in reality. I wonder if you'd be willing to share some of yours. So Angela, if I could go to you at the start, any examples you've had where the partner, the agency you've brought in, has actually helped you put the customer in a slightly different place, helped with putting the customer at the heart of your business?
Yeah, as a business, I do think we're doing a really good job. We've got, the voice of the customer is key to us. But one of the agencies that we worked with a couple of years ago, we were looking at our subscription journey. Again, engaged with a different agency at that time. So we've got good insights. We've got Google Analytics, Content Square, but they introduced us to Hotjar, really simple tool. Easy to implement, and I have to say it was an absolute game changer. It was not something we'd used before, and it's really helped us directly connect with our customers. So if there's ever any debate, this might be a top tip for the audience, but it really takes the debate out of the internal opinion, I would say. So I have two standard defaults. It's either test it if the conversation's gone on too long, or ask our customers, and it really, takes the subjectivity out of the room. We get fantastic responses, really engaged customers. So, it was real value add from our agency, that one.
Wise words indeed. Yes, removing the personal, removing the personal connection to those decisions. Thank you for that, Angela. Stefan, what about yourself? Any examples from the work that you've done with your clients in terms of how you've helped them look slightly differently and perhaps slightly more usefully at their audience?
Yes, absolutely. So as a strong partner of L'Oréal Professional, we assist them in also reaching their goals. And they were driven by the pandemic too, so they had to focus more on the online retail to drive sales for a specific product. Together, we are searching for a way to increase conversion rates, reduce bounce rate, and increase time on the website. So to tackle this challenge, we wanted to optimize the customer journey on the website by including specific customer goals, like a click-to-buy button, for example. This click-to-buy button then directs the customer directly to a retailer where he can buy the product instead of being directed, for example, to a hair salon finder. To prove the impact of the actions, we conducted an A/B test on the click-to-buy button. That means we built a group of website users which didn't see the click-to-buy button and a group which saw the click-to-buy button. And through this A/B testing, we could prove based on the data that our action were successful and that it was the right approach for this specific case. And in general, we try to improve every element within the customer journey. So what we do, we develop a list of prioritized hypotheses for the selected key metrics we want to actually lift. And this we put into a list based on our extensive knowledge. We look what is really important, what has the highest impact on those selected key metrics, and then we go to the client and propose it. And this is a really easy method which works like 100%, almost 100% of the time, and is really efficient.
Thank you very much, Stefan. Yes, a beautiful example of helping put absolutely put the customer at the heart of all of those decisions that are made. Well, look, we are come to the end of time now, but I have one last quick question to ask, and I think I'm going to ask it of you, Angela, if I may. As you said, you're at a stage now where you're really seeing the value of partnerships. If you could go back in time and talk to the Angela of, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, what would be your piece of advice for her in terms of the partnership journey?
I think agencies are a really great way to get you started. At the start of my journey, it was a case of, hire some people and optimize. And I think at that time, if I'd have engaged with somebody with that knowledge, it would have helped me succeed quicker, potentially. So I'd say 2 great use cases: get you started, upskill, inform, advise, then set you free to succeed. Or as we're working with, kind of long-term engagement. So, 2 really great examples of how to engage with partners, I would say.
It's a beautiful thing. Thank you for your words of wisdom. Thank you both for joining us today. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks, Stefan, and thanks, Angela.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.